The luck continues for that 18 car. You see Martin Truex Jr., the one car, just had made that pit stop, just barely got stopped.
Yeah, his new tires are now junk. Jeff Gordon had come to pit road. His crew chief, Steve Letarte, looking things over. His reaction. Up there on the box with Ken Howes. So who gets caught a lap down? We'll wait for the leaders to come around behind the caution car and the scoring to cycle. But Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman, at the very least, all appear to have gone a lap down under this caution because they pitted under green and then the caution flag waved. And for Kurt Busch, he's the unlucky guy 2 weeks in a row.
I'm just not a fan of short pitting. This happens too many times to make me want a short pit.
Let me tell you who I think might be in good shape. We need to score in the cycle through, but it appears that the 24 car, because of where he was running on the racetrack and where the caution came out, that they got their 4 tires changed and he stayed on the lead lap. Now remember, Tony Stewart, Kenseth, all those other cars, Matt, they have to make a pit stop, so it's going to be interesting on this 24 car.
Jeff Gordon just said, Larry Mack, because I kind of questioned us stopping for the 4 tires. And he says when it all cycles out, though, Steve Letarte told him we should be the leader. He goes, yep, that was a great call by you and our guys. As the leaders are now on pit road, and we'll see how that cycle works out. Krista.
Well, a little less pressure for Tony Stewart's front tire carrier. Last month, Scott Merritt was pitting Hooters Pro Cup teams. Now he's filling in for the Premier team in Nextel Cup. No adjustments. Dick Berggren.
Matt Kenseth in on pit road. They were worried about running out of fuel in this car, and his crew clicks off a good one. Steve.
Denny Hamlin has exited his pits. Dick, he said he had gotten tight on the long run. They raised the track bar half around, just 1 can of fuel, 4 tires. Matt?
Jimmy Johnson said, I need to be tightened up, and that's exactly what they did with the adjustments. Now he can also turn on his brake blowers as we have a great run to the finish. Remember, he's been battling battery issues all night long. Every 25 laps or so, he swaps back and forth batteries and ignition boxes.
All right, scoring is updated. And indeed, Kurt Busch, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, and Martin Truex Jr. were lead lap cars when they pitted under green, and they are now a lap down.
Let me show you what helped the 24 car there. His pit box right there was that very first pit box. Well, 2 things helped him. Running near the leader and having that very end pit box, so he had to only move a few feet to stay on the lead lap. That's what qualified on the pole. There's his pit box right there. He only had to move to right there, and the field's frozen right there. So that's great call on that team.
And how did he get to use that pit box? He won the pole, so his team had the first pick of pit position. Joe Nemechek will get the free pass. And things have really turned around in the desert with 25 laps to go.
Clear it out, be ready. Green.
Chris, the pedal's on the floor.
Gonna try and come back inside.
Keep digging, you're better than all these guys.
Slow it down, stay low, lower.
Holy smokes, that was close.
22 laps to go. Here is the crash at turn 4, synced up time code, real time, both views. Since Jeff Gordon's already on pit road when the caution comes out, pit road closes. But since he's already on pit road, he can make his stop if he chooses, or he can just drive on through.
But remember, everybody else out on the racetrack, they've started to slow down right there to get down to caution lap speed.
Our Nextel call of the race. There's the chirp as Nextel helps NASCAR and NASCAR fans get things done. Who's made the call of the race?
Well, two things. The 24 to me, I mean, Steve Letarte did a great job of going ahead and making his pit stop. Jeff Gordon did a great job of not panicking and driving on through the pit and being at the back.
No question. I'm going to go with a car that hadn't had a top 10 since Martinsville last October. Bobby Labonte, the 43 car, that group up there in the top 10 in 9th.
I'm going to take Denny Hamlin because Mike Ford has done a great job of helping his driver get back to the front. Now, here's a turn of events that will take a little explaining. Jeff Gordon was on pit road when the caution came out. You saw him complete his stop, get back on track ahead of the pace car, so he's the last car on the lead lap. The next time around, while we're in commercial, all of the lead lap cars pit, leaving Gordon to come up behind the pace car as the race leader. His rabbit's foot is hopping along. You could not have called it any better to have him pit stop when the flag waves for caution and emerge as the leader, but he did.
It's the perfect storm. I mean, you could not have nailed it any better.
But now he has a little problem between him and that pace car. Kurt Busch in the 2, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8, Martin Truex Jr. in the 1. Remember, those were all cars that made green flag stops. So when this caution came out and everyone pitted, they stayed out. So they're at the tail end of the lead lap right now. Jeff Gordon, the 4th car in line, the leader.
Here's a look at your Napa race summary with 20 laps to go.
I actually don't think those cars are a problem other than if they hold him up, and they're not. They're good race cars. They won't. But them being in front of him could give Tony Stewart and Matt Kenseth a real shot at getting around him. Pick the wrong line, go high, everybody goes low. You go low, everybody goes high. You could be in big trouble.
There is Jeff Gordon, not directly behind the pace car because those cars on the outside lane, they were a lap down when the caution came out, but because all the lead lap cars pitted, they are now on the tail end of the lead lap. Kurt Busch, Dale Jr., and Martin Truex. We're coming to green with 19 to go from our DLP Ultimate Picture Cam.
And as you can see, nobody's going to cut him any slack. Jeff Gordon, Martin Truex going to race him hard, trying to stay on the tail end of the lead lap.
And so will Tony Stewart, right on Gordon's bumper. Saturday night shootout, 18 to go.
Yeah, you better believe those 3 cars trying to race to stay on the lead lap, Truex, Earnhardt, and Busch, they need a caution, and Earnhardt Jr. is up on that wheel right now.
There were 4 wide mid-pack, and Montoya brushed up against the wall and fell all the way to the back of the pack.
I think he got so much debris on his tires, he thought he had a tire down. I don't believe he does, but he can't turn.
For him, you're good. Probably got a ton of stuff on your tires. You're all right.
Didn't know you could go 4 wide here, Darrell. But there it is.
When there's 20 to go, you can.
Right there. And look at Hamlin shoot through there in the 11.
Got to go, baby. Got to go.
Denny Hamlin is up to 4th. What a rocket ride back to the front for Hamlin, who was 31st after the penalty at lap 102.
Yeah, he capitalized and made a pass for the 4th position over Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car.
What I was saying on these restarts, man, you go the wrong line, you get boxed, especially off of turn 2. Because as you saw, you can't run 3-4 wide over there. It opens up that much.
Hendrick Chevys 1st, 5th, and 6th. Gibbs Chevrolets 2nd and 4th. The Roush Fenway Ford of Kenseth in 3rd.
Jeff Gordon has put a little bit of space between he and Tony Stewart, but he has his hands full right now with that 1 car, Truex Jr.
Yeah, nobody's going to, you know, you got to try to, Truex, you got to try to stay on the lead lap if he can, and so far he can. Tony's loving this.
But Jeff Gordon's...
He's not going to be still driving forward.
Jeff Gordon's not a happy man.
Oh, no.
And he's got to go, or Tony Stewart will.
Here comes that 11 car there on the right side of your screen. Denny Hamlin going after Matt Kenseth in that 17 for the 3rd spot.
I believe he got him going down into 1. He got position on him.
Whoa, Tony, three wide. No.
Somebody's going to have to give, boys, before you get to turn 3. Stewart's going to try to stay in it on the high side.
Did it, man. Truex had to lift out a little bit, open the door.
Wow, what a move.
And he took the lead.
You can do that off of that corner over there if you're brave.
That was unbelievable.
I don't think that the 24 is real happy with anybody right now.
13 to go.
Jeff Gordon says, you can't do that to me.
Look how loose Stewart is off the corner. Gordon's coming right back at him on the inside.
Oh, yeah, but they got trouble with that. Well, that's Truex right there. The 11 is back there a little further.
Gordon goes to the inside.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, boy.
But, boy, he got a good bite off turn 4. He's going to take the lead back. 12 to go.
This is great, isn't it?
And Kenseth now is right with the 2 leaders. Look at that yellow 17. There's your front 3.
I don't think Old Smoke is through with the back bumper of that 24 car just yet.
And here comes that 17 car, Matt Kenseth. He says, you guys keep going at it. I won't up there.
Stewart had a bite of the lead and a taste of it. Now he wants that whole steak.
Boy, I tell you, I am impressed with Jeff Gordon. No quit in him tonight. He wants to win the race not only from the pole, but for the first time, and he has got a car that can do it.
He's tired of running second with the car tomorrow.
And they are starting to put some distance on Denny Hamlin in 4th place.
He's got a little bit of room in front of him now. It's quite a ways up there to those other cars. 11 to go, 10 to go this time.
Well, Jeff Gordon has just run a 28.45. That's 6/10 quicker than he ran any time tonight. He is the money man.
Those 2 passes were just incredible.